Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, as you can see, we're in Halfway Tree. On the right is the Halfway Tree Transport Center. Straight ahead now is the clock and the NCB Bank. These are like iconic landmarks in Halfway Tree. We are on Constant Spring Road, and the road straight ahead is, I want to tell you guys the right thing, so let me, Southermere Road. Okay, so today we're going to be driving from Halfway Tree to Crossroads. So we're on Constant Spring Road now. When we pass the clock, we're going to go over onto Halfway Tree Road, and that will take us down to Crossroads. We're going to see what kind of progress is being made with the Retirement Road intersection. It was closed for renovation. Okay, so here's the iconic Halfway Tree clock. So we have now crossed over to Halfway Tree Road. You can see a few supermarkets, a bank. That tall building on the left is the Usain Bolt building. Call centers operate out of it. On the right is a church, Holy Cross, very popular church. I think that church is actually associated with the Holy Childhood High School. Remember, in Jamaica, most, if not probably 90% of the schools are operated or managed by churches. So they are all affiliated or associated with a church. Okay, you can see those motorbikes. And motorbikes in Jamaica operate under a different road code. Some of them operate under they have their own road code basically. So, and now in Jamaica there's a law that says you're supposed to wear a helmet. Both the rider and I think they call it the pinion rider, the person on the back of the motorbike, is supposed to wear a helmet. And you can see how many persons had on a helmet a while ago. Alright, so this is Halfway Tree Road now. On the right is Tropical Battery. On the left is the entrance to Medical Associates. It's a private hospital. Now, coming up on the left is Chelsea Avenue. Okay, you see these motorbike riders, they have their helmets on. But those are like couriers. They like deliver food and those kind of things. Very popular for motorbikes to be couriers in Jamaica. Right, so straight ahead on the left, that purple building, I guess, with the yellow, that's JIS, the Jamaica Information Service. And they basically put out the information for the government. Okay, on the right is Webster Church, very popular church. Now on the left is what you call 58 Halfway Tree. It's a group of buildings over there, and a lot of call centers operate over there. Okay, when we're coming back, we're going to drive over there and take a tour because. Okay, so on the left now is Oxford Road, but we're going straight and we're going to stay on Halfway Tree Road. Now on the right is the Flow building. That used to be the Flow office in the Cable and Wireless, and then TOJ. This was I don't know if this was the head office, but I think when it was TOJ, I think that was Telecommunications of Jamaica or Telecom of Jamaica. That was the first phone company in Jamaica, TOJ. That was their head office when they operated in Jamaica. They were basically a government agency, and then Cable and Wireless came in and took them over or bought them, or I'm not sure how to, but basically Cable and Wireless took over the operations. And then Cable and Wireless had the license now to be the telecom provider in Jamaica. And I think right through the Caribbean. They were an English company. And basically they did anything they wanted. Now, just to give you an example, when you make a cellular call in Jamaica back then, when it was Cable and Wireless operating alone, you, the person that made the call, paid for it, and the person who received the call also had to pay for it. Now remember, it was only Cable and Wireless operating, so both phones belonged to Cable and Wireless, and you had to pay for receiving the call. I mean, it was ridiculous. the call rates. It was a monopoly Cable and Wireless had, so they could set any rate they wanted. So now, we're not really political here, but Minister Philip Paulwell, who was a Minister of Telecommunications at the time, or I don't know what his official title was, he spearheaded the move to break up the Cable and Wireless monopoly. And that is why we're calling his name, because he really did an excellent job and he really helped Jamaica. So Cable and Wireless could no longer be the only provider of telecom services in Jamaica because of what he did. I think they went to court. I'm not sure the details, but at the end of the day, the government was able to issue more telecom license, or another one. And it was given, okay, now I'll finish the story, but right here on the right is where they're doing the construction. That's the intersection with Retirement Road, but they've fenced it off. They've actually put advertising on the fence, which is, I must say, very good. Very nice to see. Alright, so now the government was able to issue another cellular license to Digicel, and then Digicel started to operate in Jamaica, and the rest is history. The phone prices came down, the phone rate came down. I mean, nobody thought that Digicel would do well, because I heard a story that the person who set up Digicel, it's a foreign company. Okay, we're in Crossroads now. None of the banks, nobody in Jamaica would invest in. Everybody said Cable and Wireless run the place, it would never work. Anyway, he persevered and he built out Digicel. And within 1 month, like, Digicel had brought in 50,000 handsets. And people would say, oh, it's going to take you months, even a year to sell that. And when Digicel started to operate, those 50,000 handsets were sold off in days. And right now Digicel is the largest cellular provider in Jamaica. They also operate right through the Caribbean, but what happened was Cable and Wireless, I mean, basically they were using something called TDMA technology, old dated technology, because it was the Caribbean, they had a monopoly, so why spend money to upgrade the system? You could charge people for making the call and charge people for receiving the call. Now when Digicel came in, they came in with GSM, which was the top of the line technology at the time. So it works so much better. And literally to this day, Cable and Wireless has not recovered. They are still number 2 in Jamaica. Now Cable and Wireless, they realized what was going on, and they turned off their TDMA network and built a GSM network, and so they could compete with Digicel. But they have never become the dominant cellular carrier in Jamaica since Digicel started to operate. And Digicel at one time had, I think they said 2 million persons using the phone, and they're still the dominant carrier. And over the years, both Cable and Wireless and Digicel have improved on their technology. The latest cellular technology out there now is 5G, and I'm sure these companies have it up and running. It's a very competitive market. Well, it's not really competitive. Digicel runs Jamaica's. They are the largest one, and for many years Cable and Wireless tried and they just couldn't get back to that level. And it was so bad, people, I wouldn't say it was bad, let me rephrase it. At one time, to try to compete with Digicel, Cable and Wireless changed their name from Cable and Wireless to Flow, because Cable and Wireless was, I guess, they tried to modernize it, I don't know. But they changed their name to Flow, and they're still trying to catch up with Digicel. Actually, I don't think they're even trying anymore. They're just trying to maintain what they have. But Cable and Wireless saw what Digicel did in Jamaica, and remember, nobody really thought it would have worked, but it did, and it worked magnificently. So in the other Caribbean countries now, Cable and Wireless didn't wait. They knew Digicel was coming because they wanted to go right through the Caribbean. They knew Digicel was coming, so they went into the other Caribbean countries, put in the GSM network before Digicel reached, stopped this madness with the billing and put in competitive rates, brought in new handsets. So cable and wireless kind of like, they are still a dominant carrier in some of these other Caribbean countries because they got everything set up knowing Digicel was on its way and knowing what happened to them in Jamaica. So also because of what Minister Paulwell did with the deregulation, other countries in the Caribbean did the same thing. So they were able to issue another cellular license. So that was another reason why it took a little while and Cable and Wireless was able to set up their networks properly in other countries. So for instance, like Trinidad, I think Cable and Wireless is still a dominant carrier down there. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Have a good day.